A Clockwork Reisten. Speaking of the master, have you ever seen the German film Until Nothing Remains, a fictional story of a couple getting sucked into Scientology? If so, what did you think of it? I hope I got your name right. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that, but I found it on YouTube, and I'm going to say I was really blown away. I was very, very impressed by that film, Until Nothing Remains. It is absolutely entirely accurate as to, in fact, it's the most accurate portrayal of how someone, and a couple in this case, first the husband, then the wife, get into Scientology. I mean, it was perfect as to how it showed this guy who was kind of doubtful, a little wary, not really sure about all this, and how he was enticed in, how they treated him, how they acted with him, all the steps they took, the wins and the things that you get from the beginning steps and the way you're talked to about them. It was amazing. I really wish I had seen this earlier. I would have been talking about this long ago if I had seen this before. I'd sort of been putting it off because I'd heard about it, but it was in German, and and I get a lot of recommendations, believe me. I get no shortage of recommendations of books to read and films to see and videos to watch, things to talk about on my channel. And I take up a lot of those suggestions. Some of them have provided some, sparked some really great content for me. But it's, sometimes it takes a while to get to it. But I'm going to say right now, if you guys have not seen this, look it up on YouTube and watch it. If you want to get a really good idea of how somebody gets pulled into Scientology. And this guy, the main character in the movie, I mean, I really felt for him, because he gets in and then his wife gets in. She becomes fervent about it. The rocky relationship they had, the deal with their child, the deal with her parents. I mean, all of these things were very real. They were very well done. The acting was good. This was not some amateur student film. This was a real production, and clearly, they had former Scientologists or people who had done their research really, really well, talking, to the producers and the writers of the movie. There was one thing that was totally wrong, that they did get completely wrong, and that was that they had staff members, Class 5 org staff members, doing the RPF, and that just doesn't happen. So that really, that really didn't need to be in there that way. They could have shown, they showed at one point a staff member from this org, Stuttgart, I guess, who got in trouble with the Sea Org. I mean, they showed a Sea Org mission come into this org and take it over and start running ethics on the public and the staff. And I mean, that was perfect. But then they showed one of the staff members getting busted and doing the RPF, and that wasn't really right. They could have shown her getting in a lot of ethics trouble and doing a lot of amends and scrubbing toilets, like they showed him having to do when he had to do his lower conditions. I mean, I was just, again, very impressed by this film, and the care they took to get so many things right. It really highlighted when they got something wrong. It was like, wow, that was jarringly wrong. The end, a real tragedy, and unfortunately, all too real. Do not watch this going in thinking you're going to see a happy ending, because unfortunately, that's not what happens in this. I'm not going to spoil the specifics of it. I'm just giving you guys the heads up on it. So I'm going to be recommending this film definitely more often to people, to show how, how the beginning parts, right? And because people ask all the time, how are people so stupid that they get into this? And it shows it. These people are not stupid. They're not brilliantly smart either. They're just regular German citizens, just regular people. I mean, they could have been in English. It would have been the same thing. So, and then the way things go from looking really good and really amazing with Scientology to suddenly horrible, awful, to the point where this couple's breaking up and child custody. I mean, they nailed it. So, enough said. Go ahead and watch that film, and I'll actually put a link to it in the notes section below.